Warning. This video contains spoilers for the new games Pokemon X and Y on Nintendo 3DS. If you've not yet reached the point in the game that this video covers, proceed at your own risk. Pokemon rules. Hey everybody, and welcome to the X and Y vlog number 5 now?
I guess so.
5 now? Wow, okay.
I have to keep track of numbers.
So last time we went from the end of the gym to Shalour City. Now we're in Shalour City, so we exit the cave, Reflection Cave, and now we are actually in Shalour City.
I've been calling it Shalour City this whole time.
Shalour?
Yeah, but I didn't take French. You took some French, so I'm just thinking the pronunciation is
This
fine.
is not like a French pronunciation in my mind.
Shalour?
Shalour.
That's
just
what
seems...
Shalour?
Shalour?
Shalour City? Shalour? I don't know.
I'm sure that
pronunciations are hard.
Either way, somebody will tell us that we're doing it wrong. So it's really a cool place, and it's got this weird sort of like...
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that city in Gen 4. The one that's like around an area, right? I don't know. I can't,
what?
The one that and now I completely forgot her name.
Who?
The champion, Cynthia. The one that like Cynthia's from. How it's like kind of like a valley, and then there's houses all around. It kind of reminded me of that like vibe with the water feature in the middle leading up to that tower. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Who knows?
I totally am on that zone. It's like a little sunken valley. I forget what is that? Canalave? No. Canalave is where the library is. It's the one where like the old lady is.
Yeah.
And she's like, there are legends.
Yeah.
There are legends.
You know, completely unrelated, but you know, that's all.
Not totally unrelated. They're both from Pokemon games. But yeah, it's cool. There's like a big like sort of steampunk looking
lopsided tower.
Yeah, thing up in the middle of the town, and
the Tower of Mastery.
Yeah, and Tierno gives you the thing called the Intriguing Stone.
Ooh, what could it be?
And yeah, apparently somebody lives there or works there. Lives there?
No, the Mega Evolution Guru
lives there.
Lives there because there is a room.
He has like a bedroom. I remember that. Yeah.
But anyways, Tierno gives you this intriguing stone. You're like, oh, maybe we should talk to the Mega Evolution Guru. Maybe it's a Mega Stone. Like getting your hopes all up and stuff.
Yeah.
So you go into the Tower of Mastery.
Surprise! Guess what? Karina is the Mega Evolution Guru's daughter.
Oh, and the successor to the Mega Evolution throne.
There's some kind of weirdness here.
It's like there's like a family tie.
Because it's supposed to be only that person can do it, right?
Right.
But like, even right away, like you and her can do it. And a bunch of other people can do it. I'm not gonna like...
Can Mega Evolve.
I'm not gonna like spoil it, but like a bunch of people can Mega Evolve. And so I was like...
I didn't really quite get what they were going for there.
Yeah, I thought it meant like...
Okay, so everyone can do it, but you have to have this special ring.
But like not
even everyone can.
Not even everyone has specifically a ring. Like some people have like a charm, and some people have like a bracelet, and some people have like...
No one actually has a ring because it's very badly named. We'll go over that in a second.
Yeah.
But anyway, the Mega Evolution Guru is like, yeah, you can Mega Evolve your Pokemon when you have a special bond with them or whatever. And I have this one Mega Ring.
So it makes
you 5 kids, who wants it?
Yeah, so it makes this weird zone where everybody's like...
Well, and then your beautiful friend Shauna is like, oh, well, obviously the 2 strongest ones deserve it. So Serena/Calem or you, player.
You.
I was gonna say Kells. But
you player
name here.
Yeah.
So you get this like weird Calem Serena moment where they're like, well, I guess we should fight for it, right? I know that I'm ready to do this. This is gonna be my chance.
And then
you sweep them, and then it was kind of left like a weird vibe. It's like a weird vibe. They're like, oh, I guess I don't deserve the Mega Evolution ring. And you're like, oh. And at the time, on my team, I didn't have any Pokemon that were capable of Mega Evolving. So I was like, I don't need... You can have it.
You can have it.
She had an Absol. I was like, oh, yeah, you can have it. You have Absol.
Well, you have your starter, at least.
No, no, I wasn't using Venusaur at the time. I'd switched it out because I was like, I'm only using new guys. And so I had no Pokemon capable of Mega Evolution. So I was just like, well, all right. So you...
Well, no, you don't even get it yet, though. Because then you have to go fight Karina at the actual gym. So, like, after you do... Because you can't even fight the gym before that. So then you have to, like, go back, and it turns out it's, like, a roller derby.
I love it.
It was really cool. It was,
Karina's
like, a really
neat
little... It was... I didn't really quite understand, like, what the competition was.
Well, it's like a roller derby competition, and so everyone's like rollerblading around in a circle, and the only way that the gym trainers will fight you is if you catch them and like tag them, like in roller derby or whatever. I don't know, I've never seen one, but I'm really into the idea of it. And so I thought that was really cool, and then each time you beat one, you get like a grinding rail closer up to Karina, and then like once you beat everybody in the gym, you can just like grind your way right up to where her little tower is. And,
grinding on rollerblades is like so dangerous in real life. It's so funny that that's like the main way that you like. That's like the main advantage that you get.
Rollerblade grind wipeout on YouTube.
I didn't do that. I don't want to.
You can. No, I'm telling everyone.
Did you?
No, of course not. But I've seen.
You sure that's a thing?
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I'm sure,
you're
like
right.
You'll get hundreds of videos of people wiping out grinding on rollerblades.
So yeah, so you finally get to Karina. She doesn't even have those 2 Lucarios. She just has a Mienfoo, a Machoke, and a Hawlucha, who we talked about last time. And somebody sent us a picture of a
rain dancer.
Rain dancer, and I was like.
But a lot of people were like, "It's not a rain dancer. It's a Luchador and a Hawk." Yes, it is based off a Luchador and a Hawk, and also this rain dancer. Pokemon are so vast.
Give me the benefit of the doubt and look up a rain dancer. But yeah, bam.
Yeah, but no Lucario, which was like weird, especially since you've only seen her with these Lucario, and you're like,
which begs the question: what is the deal with Gym Leader and the Pokemon that they use to battle you?
Right. Somebody had been asking us if we'd seen Pokemon Origins in the comments, and we've seen the first episode because Alex wanted to watch it in English.
Well,
it's fine.
That's just inviting a flame war against Alex. But yeah, I did. I wanted to wait and watch it officially in English on the Pokemon site just because I thought it would be more of an event that way.
I saw it both in Japanese and in English, but yeah, the first episode, at least in the first episode, the coolest thing about that episode, in my opinion, is when Brock. Well, if you haven't seen it yet, really sorry. You may want to avert your
just skip ahead like a minute or two.
Just a minute, because I'm going to explain this. And Brock, the first gym leader, comes up to Red, and he's like, "So, how many badges do you have?" And Red's like, "None." And then he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna use these 2 Pokemon then." Which that just perfectly summed up and gave us so much info on how gym leaders work. Like, yes, we know Karina has these 2 Lucario, but you have 3 badges. She's not gonna use 2 Lucario against you.
And you always think to yourself this guy is a gym leader?
Yeah, right.
Why? How the hell did I beat
he's got a level 5 guy? Why is he a gym leader? It's because they choose their Pokemon based on your skill level and how far you've gone in your badge quest.
Yeah.
So that completely opened up a whole new what is the world like to me?
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool.
Not a super hard fight. Hawlucha maybe is probably the most confusing of the ones that she has.
Mm-hmm. But still, I mean, if worse comes to worse, you can just pummel it with sheer force.
Yeah, and if you beat her, you get Power Up Punch, which is a really cool move where it doesn't do much power unless you have Technician. Mm-hmm. But it every time you use it, your attack goes up.
Yeah, which is great.
Really a cool fighting type.
I feel like that's going to be maybe a thing in the competitive scene.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Pangoro
is cool.
Pangoro could use that pretty well.
You also get the Rumble Badge itself, the ability to use Surf, but you don't get Surf yet. And Pokemon up to level 50 can obey you now. Will obey you now. So that's good. Great.
What do you think about the leveling cap?
It's very high. It seems very high.
Yeah, it seems like it's at first it's a little low. Mm-hmm. And then it's way high, way fast because there's a lot less to do between the gyms, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was like, oh, 4th gym and level 50 Pokemon will obey me? Cool.
So after you beat Karina, you go back to the Tower of Mastery, and then you beat Karina again.
Well, she meets you at the top of the tower, and she's like, this is the place where I have to hand over the Mega Ring. And then she's like, here's your Mega Ring. And it's not a ring at all.
It's a circle.
It's a bracelet.
In the sense that it is a circle, it is a ring, but
it
fits on your wrist. Weird name.
I guess the Mega Bracelet would be a little bit
awesome.
No.
Mega Gauntlet.
Yeah, that's
Mega
better.
Glove.
Mega Gauntlet.
Power Glove.
That's a real item. Anyway, so we get she gives it to you, and then she's like, so you want to test out that Mega Ring? And then her Lucario pops out and is like, because that's trying to do the cry. And she's like, oh, he wants to battle with you. That's weird.
Turns out the reason that he's been so pushy is because he's just like super into you and he wants to like see what you're all about.
Really likes you.
Well, don't make it weird.
Okay. So you're fighting Karina. Hilarious news. I was like...
Hilarious news.
Hilarious news. I lost to Karina in the Mega Battle.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because I was like, I don't need Mega Evolution.
You tried to beat her Mega Lucario with...
My normal Lucario, I did. I was like, I wonder if I can do it. And it knocked me out in one hit. And I was like, okay, I guess you have to use Mega Evolution. So the next time, I beat her. But I felt very humbled by that first experience.
You just felt dumb.
I was mad, too, because I was like, I haven't lost yet. Damn it.
I have yet to lose.
Good
damn it? Did you just freak out about saying damn it?
I did. I feel bad.
I said the S-H-I-T word last time.
Okay. I don't like to curse. Okay. Especially on a public forum.
Anyway, you guys both are Mega Lucarios. You're like fighting against each other, which immediately breaks the only one person can have Mega Evolution rule. But it's fine. And then
you beat her.
Turns out the Lucario loves you so much that he just wants to party.
Karina even comments on that. She's like, I don't understand how, like, Mega Evolution is like between a trainer and a Pokemon that like really have a good bond. She's like, I don't understand how you did it with that Lucario. I mean, I guess he must really like you. Do you want him? And then if you say no, she's like, are you sure? Please take him. And then if you say, I mean, that's a hilarious thing that happens, is that you can't say no. Not that I said no. I love Lucario. But
just
anyway,
enraging
you take the
all the fans that you possibly can.
I don't really care for Lucario. I think he's great. He's fine, but I've never like used him and been like, my Lucario.
You should try him out. He's really good.
I believe it.
Maybe he'll spruce up your OU team a little.
Come on, man.
What
are you saying about my OU team?
Nothing. I'm just saying, like, he's a good OU Pokemon.
All right. Anyway. Anyway, away from that fight that's gonna happen.
And it's rude if you say no, right? He's like,
oh my god, yeah, because he's like standing in front of you. He's like, I love you, and then she's like, you want him? And if you're like, no, you're like a jerk.
Yeah. But yeah, so you leave the city, and it turns out that the intriguing stone is nothing.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Mega Guru's like, oh, that weird intriguing stone that Tierno gave to you. Oh, that's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So.
But you can trade it for a sunstone with a hiker. The hiker is
in Shalour.
Yeah, in Shalour. Yeah, Shalour. And the hiker's like, oh, I'll trade you that for the sunstone. And then he gets it, and he's like, oh, maybe this is a megastone. I'm gonna go ask the guru. And makes you feel like an ass.
Just like tricked him, like without you even trying to.
Tricking him. It made me feel really bad. I was like, isn't there an option to tell him that it's nothing?
Yeah, and then in the weirdest like, I would almost call it a lazy way to get surf. As you're leaving the town, like your rival is just like, here you go.
Here's surf.
Here you go.
I mean, it's fine. It works.
Bye.
You need it for the next route.
Yeah, and so then you're off to the next
town,
little world. So that's Gym 3.
That's all of the like place we'll go today. That's our journey. But let's talk a little bit more about the concept of Mega Evolutions because it's huge.
Okay, well let's talk about some things that will address things that we were saying about it before the games came out.
Okay,
which is that we thought that it was going to be Team Flare's plan.
Right.
In some way to flare out your Pokemon like Office Space, like flare.
Like give it some flair.
Like put stuff.
Give your Pokemon some flair with the Mega Ring.
And it turns
out I thought that would have been so cool.
Yeah, it turns out it's not. That's not the case, and that it's just nothing. It's just like
a cool way that some Pokemon can evolve with this cool stone. What is the stone? Where did the stone come from? We find that out later.
Not even really, but like kind of. Like you kind of like have to guess still.
Yeah, I mean it's implied.
Yeah, and it's actually pretty crazy. But yeah, like it's nothing. There's no like real story tie-in to it really. I mean like without spoiling too much, it does kind of tie into the plot. But, like, there's no, like, active story. You're not, like, fighting Mega Pokemon in, like, the Mega Pokemon factory or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's, like, only a few people have Mega Pokemon, and, like, it's, like...
And so it turns out that, like, it turns out it's just, like, a kind of a thing where everybody can have one on their team. Well, I think you can have more than one Pokemon with a Mega Stone, but you can only Mega Evolve one in one battle.
Gotcha.
And for the most part, they're kind of not that awesome. Like, most of them don't. There's, like, a few that everyone's using. And then the rest of them, I think, are just going to kind of settle into different tiers.
Yeah, you know, I think that really the main thing behind Mega Evolutions was to kind of balance out some Pokemon that people really love but aren't useful competitively. For example, like Charizard, like they gave it like a Dragon type, and I mean there's two different forms of it. They gave it a Dragon type in one, and they like boosted its stats in others because Dragonite, because Charizard has such like a tough typing to work with that he was really not competitive, useful and competitive at all. So I think really, like, a lot of the times the Mega Evolutions kind of help to balance things out.
And you know what, to give you guys a little context, if you're not playing the game or you haven't got Mega Evolutions and you're just watching this anyway for whatever reason, basically what happens, like how it works, is that you give them the hold item that is like Charizardite or Lucarioite or...
Lucarionite.
Yeah, whatever it is, and they hold it instead of a hold item, so they lose the ability to have a hold item. And then at any point during the battle, you can hit the Mega Evolution button, which is more like a toggle, and then you select your move, and before the turn begins, they just Mega Evolve.
Yeah,
like,
so it doesn't
Mega Evolve has nothing to do with speed or taking up turns. You just Mega Evolve at the beginning of a turn where you choose to. And then your stats change in some way, usually, like you get like a little bit more attack, or you get a little bit more... in like whatever stat, and then you a lot of the times the ability changes as well into something that's like a little bit broken, maybe like a little bit broken.
Like maybe sometimes it just like made them viable.
Yeah, but like okay, like for example, like who is it? Pinsir, for example.
Okay.
Not a great Mega Evolution because he doesn't really like his typing is still pretty rough and stuff like that. But like he has the move, he has the ability Aerialate, which is a crazy ability, and that's what I mean by they're broken. They're not like necessarily breaking the character. It's more like it's an ability that is like usually like a real cool one,
like a really good ability.
Like a real good ability. So he has Aerialate, which changes his normal type attacks to flying type attacks.
Gotcha. Like so, Refrigerate for Auroras.
Right, exactly. And so he gets like a flying type stab quick attack, and he gets like like stuff like that, and you're just like, damn. And so
kind of cool though.
Yeah, but other than that, like you can't de-evolve them once they're Mega Evolved, and they still can just be knocked out by whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't.
They don't like instantly become Uber or anything like that.
Which I really like that about Mega Evolutions, and I'm really glad that they use Mega Evolutions not as a way to like make Pokemon awesome then broken, but make Pokemon cool and still usable.
Yeah,
so
like
awesome.
I predict that pretty much every OU team is gonna have some Mega Evolution on it. Right now, I'm using.
Go.
What?
We started talking at the same time. That's
right
weird,
now, right now, I'm using Blaziken, Mega Blaziken, in my like team that I've been trying out, and it's been working really well. But I'm worried that he's gonna go Uber again.
Yeah. Because
of speed boost, but he's really good, and I feel like there's a lot more checks to him this time around. Who do you have interested?
I plan on using Mega Ampharos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thor.
Yeah. Shiny.
Shiny.
Mega Flaffy.
What's the deal with Mega Ampharos?
He gained a Dragon type.
Right.
His special attack goes way up.
Goes what to what?
It's like base 160, 65, I think.
165.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Somewhere around there.
Jeez.
But he does gain the Dragon type, which is good, but not awesome for him because fairies are a big thing right now. But yeah, he just kind of like gets a little bit cool. He gets just like a little bit more buffed, and so like Ampharos, who's like in RU, I think. He's like not great, yeah. And so he now can learn some dragon moves and
Draco Meteor.
Get better. And I don't know, I didn't look exactly what his moveset was, but he's now just like that much better, so that now he is competitive. So that's why I like using him.
Yeah,
he looks awesome.
Final answer, I'm in for Mega Evolutions.
Yeah, me too, for sure. At first I like didn't care about them whatsoever, and now I kind of understand what they're in place for, and it's not something completely frivolous. It's just something kind of like cool.
I really, really like Manectric too. If I was gonna
he's awesome.
If I was gonna do an electric one, I would go with Mega Manectric. But
maybe Mega Houndoom too.
Oh, he's really scary looking.
Great.
Looks like a motorcycle. Yeah. But yeah. Now that was Mega Evolution, so let's move into the old questions. Yeah, you guys really came through. We said last week there weren't a lot, and there were
a bunch this time.
Buttload this time.
Yeah.
So let's just jump right in. From Roland Love, what is your least favorite Pokemon and why?
Do you want to take it first, or should I?
My least favorite Pokemon is probably Palpitoad, just because he looks derpy and kind of doesn't look like a Pokemon to me.
He looks like he's just like a freaking huge chin.
Yeah, I don't really like him.
He looks like a chin. He's probably my least favorite too, actually.
I love
Seismitoad?
Seismitoad. I think he's awesome.
I have a shiny Seismitoad.
And I like Timpole.
Yeah.
Timpole?
Timpole.
That's it? Yeah.
Yeah. They're cool.
Yeah,
Palpitoad is just a...
I don't like him. I also don't like, in a much older feud, I really don't like Mankey for some reason.
Really?
I really hate Mankey. And I don't think he's a bad Pokemon at all. I just, for some reason...
Don't like him.
I just
hate him.
Strongly dislike Mankey. Yeah.
There's another one that I don't love. I can't remember which one it is. Do you remember which Pokemon I hate?
I don't know. But that's it. Those are the ones.
Oh, Rhyperior. I don't.
Oh, like. Rhyperior.
But we talked about that before.
Because he looks awesome, and you don't like awesome
crazy.
things.
He's weird.
But yeah, you want to take the next one?
Sure. Yeah. Our next question comes from Evil Panda says yo.
Evil Pand.
Evil Pand says yo. Evil Panda says yo.
Okay.
I thought Evil Panda, whatever.
Yeah.
Question, what country would you like to see the next Pokemon based on, and why? He personally, or she personally, would like to see a Pokemon Australia. Cool. Because in case you don't know, each Pokemon region is based off of a real place. So,
yeah.
I mean, you should probably know that by now if you're any sort of fan.
All right.
Just kidding, come on.
I would like to see one based off of, maybe China or India. I think India is my number one.
I would really like Mesoamerica,
like South America.
South America, like Inca, Aztec stuff. We can learn more about the origin of Mew.
I feel like the closest that we've gotten to that so far is Hoenn. Like, what is Hoenn based off of?
Kind of just like a tropical
zone.
I thought kind of like rainforest tropical.
Yeah.
But I want more like a Inca, like
Inca.
I want like a really like magical region that's like very mysterious, because you don't know a lot about those extinct cultures. I want an extinct cultures
like archaeology to be kind of like a theme. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be great.
There'd be a lot of probably like secrets, like world secrets that we'd learn about in a one like that. I think I want India though, half because of the same reason as like just like it's a very rich old culture that's very like, a lot of people might say that it's one of the cradles of civilization. And so it's interesting to see, like, I would love to see, because they have such a strong art style that's not really represented. I feel like Infernape is the closest we have to, like, a real Indian-looking, like, Pokemon, just because he's, like, a monkey and he has, like, gold, like, kind of, like, plates on him. But, I mean, there's a lot there. We were talking about, on the stream, we were talking about Pokemon we'd like to see, and I was like, I want, like, a straight-up, like, Indian style, like Bengal tiger Pokemon, like not Arcanine, like a more like literally a tiger.
Yeah, or like a real elephant.
Yeah, and how cool would it be to see like the Shiva-esque like legendaries and stuff like that? It'd be really cool.
I'd be down. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
The next question is from Salmavet, T.S. Salmavet. What is your favorite cute legendary Pokemon and your favorite badass monster legendary Pokemon?
Ooh, fun. Mew is definitely my favorite cute legendary Pokemon. By far. I also like Shaman Skyform though. It's cute. Okay. Very cute.
Yeah.
And my favorite badass monster, I guess. I mean, I love Lugia, but I mean, I don't think that's as much of a badass monster as like a majestic creature. Badass monster, Giratina.
Giratina?
I love him.
I'm gonna go for cute one. I'm gonna go with Latias.
Oh yeah, I love her.
Because like I feel like you could probably go either way with those guys, but I feel like Latias is pretty darn.
I kind of put her in the majestic category.
Yeah, but I feel like it's cute. If not Latias, like a more traditional one, I would say Celebi, just because I've had one on my team a couple times over the years, and it's I sort of have like an attachment, and I like how it looks like a little sprite, and it has time travel.
That's cute.
It has time travel, which is cool. And then as far as the badass legendaries are concerned, I think that I like Rayquaza the best.
Oh, he's pretty cool.
I think he's so neat, and he looks like, he reminds me of like actually sort of like an Aztec or Mayan like carving or something like that. And I love that he's like a sky spirit. Kind of reminds me of like Quetzalcoatl, Quetzalcoatl.
Okay. Yeah.
Quetzalcoatl. Everybody has a problem pronouncing that. But
it's tough.
yeah, it kind of reminds me of something like that.
Cool.
So I think he's really cool, and I love his mouth, and I love that he's black when he's shiny, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
Yep.
Next for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yelf900 says, I know you guys are mainly into Pokemon. Sorry, I gotta go around the mic. But what games will you play after you finish X and Y?
Well, I just got a PS4, which was a crazy thing that we did, me and Gerard and Jesse Cox and Davis from the Warp Zone and our buddy Zan. We were all hanging out in front of the Best Buy for like 12 hours, and we all got them. So that was cool.
Cool.
So I'm probably going to play... I'm playing Battlefield right now, but it's kind of broken.
How so?
I can't play online, and it crashes all the time. And I don't know whether it's PSN or what, but it's just like a mess right now. I mean, of course, it's like the first 3 days that the console's been out. So, you know, there's going to be problems. But also, Zelda and Mario, which are coming out in like... Moments on the same day. And I'm really excited I'm really excited for Killer Instinct also for Xbox One, but I'm probably not going to get an Xbox One in the near future, so we'll see.
Cool. I'm going to probably go back to playing the games that I was playing before Pokemon X and Y came out, which are Ni no Kuni. Probably will finish up the couple bosses in Monster Hunter that I needed to kill. I will maybe I'll probably play some of those. I'll probably play Link Between Worlds when you get that.
you should probably finish BioShock and BioShock Infinite.
Oh yeah, I'm so close to the end of BioShock. Why did I? I'm so close to the end. I'm like literally like at the end part.
You should probably play that today.
Right now?
Yeah.
We'll do that afterwards.
Okay.
I'll finish that game.
Yeah.
By the time you watch this, I will have finished BioShock.
Yeah. Oh, and when Ground Zeroes comes out, damn, am I going to play that. I think that I love Metal Gear Solid more than almost any other game series. Like, there's a few that are up there. Pokemon, Zelda, Metal Gear Solid. But those are the ones. And so I'm super ready for Ground Zeroes because I think that more than any of the other games that I play, at least, like, a lot, that they're very much contenders for, like, almost like a novel in video game form. Like, the way that they have themes and things. And, you know, it's ridiculous. But it's very much like a video game unique, like, serious piece of art and, like, thinking on the part of the creator. So
is that with, like, the unicorn? There was, like, a whale, too, in the fire.
Oh, that's Phantom Pain, at least, as far as I know. Like, Ground Zeroes is like a prequel to Metal Gear Solid 5.
Gotcha, okay.
That's like
I'm on the same page now.
It's like a $30, it's like a $30 sort of like open world mission pack kind of thing.
Cool.
Could be good. So we'll see. Anyway, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching again. Make sure you leave your questions down below because it's awesome to get questions from you and, you know, whatever. And if you want to ask us questions also, like, straight up, you know, ask us on Twitter.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
That's another way you can do it. We'll put our Twitter handles down in the show notes.
At Pokekels and
at Fasciani, just like our Twitch channel. Yeah, other than that, that's it. I've been Alex.
I'm Pokekels.
And we'll see you next week.
Sure thing.
Bye.
Bye.